Morning everyone and welcome to Rebound Cycle. So we're going to start these product highlight videos, which basically just highlights a product that we as a staff think is really cool and something that you guys would enjoy. The first product we want to talk about today is the Active Extreme base layers from Craft Sportswear. Now, as you guys may know, Craft is kind of the leading in base layer technology. Like, in my opinion, if you haven't worn a piece of Craft clothing before, get one immediately, because it is, especially for, active wear and sportswear, it is phenomenal. With my past as a Nordic athlete and now into the cycling scene, I've worn a lot of base layers, and by far Craft is my go-to every time, which is why a big part of why we brought it in, because of the quality and how well it actually works. Now, Craft does 3 different levels of base layers. The first being dry, then wool, and then warm. So the dry, like something like the Active Extreme, is for that person that's always on the go when they're outside. So whether you're fat biking or cross-country skiing at a little bit higher intensity, that's when you're going to the Active Extreme stuff. And then something like the warm is a mix of that Active Extreme and a really, really warm base layer. So it's gonna be really moisture wicking, but it has that added layer of warmth in there. So it's really designed for that person who's gonna be stopping and starting a bit more, someone who's going on a fast-paced dog walk where you're not sweating, but you're still moving. Now, we brought in the Active Extreme Wind X long sleeve, specifically for fat biking in mind. The reason for that being it has this windproof paneling in the front and through the chest, which is gonna block everything while you're sitting upright on a fat bike. This is gonna keep you incredibly warm. As you know, here it gets windy, and really the thing you feel more than the moisture or cool temperature is the wind when it comes through you. So having this front panel is going to make a huge difference. Now, the rest of the long sleeve has what the traditional Active Extreme material is. So it's this really stretchy, really moisture absorbing material here. It's meant to be worn pretty tight next to the skin. And the really important thing, and the way this works so well, is that it is next to your skin. So every time you're sweating, as you're heating up, the moisture is being absorbed into the shirt. Because as you know, as soon as you get sweaty and you stop moving, that's when you're going to get really, really cold. So this material just kind of eliminates that problem. Now, the other thing they've done is they've put CoolMax Air technology in all the really hot spots. So we're talking under the armpits, some spots in the upper back here. What that's going to do is just give you that extra bit of ventilation, again, to keep you dry and sweat free. One of the other things we really like about it is that if you look at the back, it hangs a little bit lower. So as you're bending over on a fat bike, you're not going to get any of your skin showing or your shirt riding up. It's going to stay tucked nice and clean where it's supposed to be. Shut up! Now, this base layer, it's going to work for anything. It's not just for fat biking. It's going to work really well for Nordic skiing or running. The important part is that as a base layer, it has that high quality material, it has the windproofing, it has the sweat protection. It does everything you want a high performance base layer to do, and therefore it's going to work in any activity that you want to do as well. So we're really excited about this one. We're happy to have it in, and seriously, come try it out. Just put it on because it feels amazing. You could sleep in it. It's so comfortable. Yeah, that's all I have to say about this thing. Now, the next base layers we bought in are part of their warm base layer sets. So these are the Fuse Knit Comfort Blocked long sleeve shirts. This is what you're gonna wear, like we said, for those people that are a little bit more stop and go, those dog walkers, and it is phenomenally warm. I think one of the biggest things that Craft does that separates them from other brands is how they blend materials together. So even when you're looking at the Fuse Knit, you can see all of the different materials in different sections depending on where you get hot, where you need ventilation, and where you need warmth. It's all put together into one shirt, and it makes it extremely comfortable and versatile. Do you think they heard my text go off just then? Hello! Now, I'll wear this base layer for ski touring, for days that are a little more relaxed on the fat bike or the Nordic skis. And honestly, just around the house on a cold day, this is so comfortable. It'll keep you warm. It's really soft, so it's honestly, you can just fall asleep in it. It's like wearing a blanket. Now, this kind of base layer is meant to be a little bit more loose fitting and relaxed. So if you're someone that likes that more relaxed fit and doesn't want something right against your skin, definitely look at this type of base layer here. Now, a lot of us have been wearing both of these base layers for years now. I've had mine myself for 4 years. There's really no signs of wear, and that's talking machine washing, wearing them, 3-4 times a week, basically. So as far as the lifespan goes, I'm 3 years in and it still looks the same as the one that just came out of the box. Overall, there's a lot of great base layers out there, but personally, I think Craft has kind of an edge on the rest, and a lot of us in the shop are wearing it for that reason. And then when you pair that with, one of their mid layers, or even one of their shell jackets, it really just completes the package and makes it, versatile and able to wear it between, -2 and -30. It's definitely something that if you just come to the shop and try it on, it's gonna kind of sell itself for you. You'll know right away when you put it on. Now, all the products we talked about today can be found on our online site. So if you head over to reboundcycle.com, you can see all of these. You can see if we have your size in stock or the style you like. You can even buy it straight from home and pick it up here just by swinging by. Or just come by the shop and check them out for yourself. Do you think we need to add anything? Do you have anything else to see?
Well, smash that like button, subscribe, you know what's up.
I hate you.